Yo, what's going on, fellas? Hopefully everybody's doing well on this great Monday morning, coming off a Super Bowl. Still not a national holiday yet, so your ass is at work just like the rest of us, but it's okay. Hopefully it's doing well. Hopefully you guys are coming off a nice weekend from a personal standpoint. Hopefully you guys are coming off a good weekend. My weekend wasn't the greatest of all weekends. It started off Friday late morning, getting a call from my school son that he's running a fever and you need to come pick him up. Not the phone call you want to get on a Friday late morning, Friday early afternoon. So you go to school, you pick him up, he throws up Friday. You know it's like not fun. Like we know throw up's not fun. You know it's not fun. How about throw up at 2 in the morning? Yeah, how about whatever it was, 2:30 in the morning, son wakes up again, he's got throw up all over him. So now you're dealing with this shit. Half asleep, 2 in the morning. That's not any fun. Saturday wasn't all that bad. Thought maybe he was on the road to recovery. Then Sunday was more throw up, and then he's home today dealing with school. So that was our weekend around here. Wasn't the greatest, but those are going to happen from time to time. But from a sports betting perspective, wow, what a great weekend. Did not lose a bet all weekend. Yeah, did you hear that? I didn't lose a bet all weekend. My man caught fire on Money Making Weekend. It was great seeing you guys at the cash counter all goddamn weekend. We had a great Super Bowl as well. How about that fantastic Super Bowl? Hit that like button if you liked it. And I know it was a super questionable holding call at the end that, even from a neutral standpoint like I am, just such a goddamn good game. And you hate to see that call, although it's probably the correct call. I mean, hell, even the corner there said it in his post-game press conference, the Eagles corner. Can't remember what his name was right now, but even he was like, yeah, I held it. They saw it. Like, it's really unfortunate. But, yeah, just a good game. Hate to see that call. But, yeah, just an absolutely fantastic game just all throughout the whole game. It was just really good. You know what, guys? I was actually holding on to on TikTok where I streaked $85,000. I was holding on to an Eagles plus 4.5 ticket parlayed with some other stuff. Boy, that got real goddamn sweaty at the end, right? Were you guys like me, sitting there watching that game, being like, Eagles in control. Chiefs, making a comeback like they do, take their first lead, no big deal. But holy hell, Eagles plus 4.5 got super, super sweaty at the end. Thankfully, the Chiefs have been in that situation before, and they knew what to do, which is run off the clock, which is more important than getting points. Yeah, you want to get points, but obviously, you want to run that clock down as well. So, hey, what a great game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. What did you guys make of that halftime show? I tell you what, I struggle with all, like, live performances. Like, she could have been up there singing, like, how bad of a person I am and how cold I was when I was losing 20 units start off 2023. And I would have just gone with it. Like, I don't know. Like, it was cool, dancing's cool, but I just have a hard time hearing the lyrics. Maybe that's the old age in me, but I guess halftime show was cool. And then commercials, I don't know, kids, you guys have to tell me if the commercials were fun. I was kind of going out at that moment and then trying to go back in when actual football was on the TV. But overall, again, guys, hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Let's go ahead and make sure we, of course, recap last week, what happened here on the entire show, each and every single day. Let's recap the whole week, and then we got to get in a new day of bets. We've got some baseball, baseball. What do we have? We have soccer, tennis, and basketball to go ahead and get to. But let's throw up the results from last week. We'll be ringing the cash register in 2023 at 22-8 at plus 18.01 units. Yes, sir. You heard that correctly. Hit that like button if you were part of cashing 18.01 units. Now on the year, more wins than more losses, but still down on the year. Down 2.63 units, and obviously, it's like, well, how are you, losing money if you've got more wins than losses? We lost a 5-unit wager early in January, a 5-unit wager on Real Madrid team total. And during the Australian Open, we lost a 3-unit wager on Bonzi on the money line. So those are two wagers that kind of will help explain, if you're new around here, of how we've lost money, even though we've got more wins and losses. And year to date, which is super cool to be tracking, we've made $155. That's right, $155 of truly sweat-free money. This is betting both sides of a wager, guaranteeing yourself a profit of any amount, and we've made $155 of sweat-free money. Love to see that. Hey, what were some of those good wins from last week? How about pulling out the brooms 3 times last week on Monday, Saturday, and Sunday? We pulled out the brooms. Monday was a 3-0 day where we asked NHL favorites just to be cool and Devils and Stars. Can you just be cool favorites and get us the win? They both get it done in overtime. In that Stars game, because they're going up against the Ducks, and who doesn't cash their shots on target? Everybody does, and Jason Robinson was one of them, so he was a win on Monday. And then Bucks Blazers under 242.5. What were those wins on Saturday to a 4-0 sweep? What about Wolves draw no bet? I watched that game, fellas. I was kind of bouncing around the Premier League in terms of like what was I watching, just because we had several bets. But I landed on Wolves draw no bet for a good while, where I watched 35 minutes of that. I tell you what, Southampton has fully declared themselves as the worst team in the Premier League. You're up 1-0 at halftime. You're up a man. In second half, you get outpossessed 60-40. You let Wolves take around 8 shots, and you only take a couple? How does that happen being up a man? How do you get outpossessed 60-40 up a man? Let alone you let Wolves get 2 goals and come back. I thought that bet was dead in the water. As soon as he picks up a red, it's like, shit, you got a red, you're down 1-0. Like, well, that's a wrap. Maybe we can get a tie and get a push. They come all the way back and get a win to kick off a dramatic Saturday. What about Brighton on that double chance? Easy going up against Palace. And if you also tailed Matt's bet on between the posts, you also got a winner because he gave out both teams a score, and Palace and Brighton. But I like Brighton on that double chance a little bit more, and we parlay that with under 3.5 goals in Bournemouth and Newcastle. Easy one right there. Leicester and Tottenham, what about a both teams to score and over 2.5? What about a plus money cash in the first half? Love to see that right there. And then Nuggets Hornets rounded out the sweep on Saturday, under 237, 3-0 on Sunday, 4-0 on Sunday, over 1.5 goals parlay. That one came through for us. So our France and Germany over 1.5 parlay came through for us. No real sweat in there. So love to see that. I guess the Dortmund game was sweaty. Their second goal did come kind of late, but I watched a good bit of that game on ESPN Plus. It felt like that second goal was coming. It just took a little bit long to, come. Bayern and Napoli, now consecutive weekends, Bayern and Napoli have come through for us and cashing their team total. So that was part of Sunday's sweep. Our Super Bowl teaser was part of the sweep, of course. And then Chiefs money line rounds out that sweep. What about Fokina and Bublik to each win a set? Boy, that's a notable win because A, it was plus money. And anytime you can hit a plus money bet, that's certainly notable. How about a 2-unit plus money win? That's what it was when we asked each of those guys to go ahead and get us set. Sarandola brothers, they were both good to us, and I know one of the matches got a void, so maybe it wasn't as great a payout, but we asked those guys to come through for us on Thursday and Friday, and both of them came through. Didn't matter what we were asking of them to do, and they both get us cashes on consecutive days. 4-0 on NHL shots on goals. I hear from you guys. You guys want more NHL shots on goals props, but like I said when I gave them out on Friday, we're picky as hell, and we have a good hit rate. 4-0 last week. What was it? Robinson on Monday. Raquel there on Friday. Remember we parlayed him with Isner to win 2-0, and that was a plus 180 cash. Love to see that right there. And then in that Toronto game, we got Nylander and Tavares. They both go over their shots on goal. So we'll obviously look for that angle tonight and see if we can't find any bets for you. What about 4-1 on those NBA over-unders? Boy, we missed our over there in that Hawks-Pelicans game, but all the unders came through for us. Bucks-Blazers on Monday came through us. Wednesday, under in Hornets-Wizards. Friday, under in Wolves-Grizzlies. And Saturday, under in Hornets-Nuggets. So love the unders. We've talked about why we have more unders on our card. We've talked about why our hit rate is really good. Well, we just wait for the public to drive up the over because all the public loves points, right? Nobody wants to root for a boring game. I root for a boring game. I'll come in behind you and scabble up all those unders. So 4-1 last week on those NBA overs and unders. Over 1.5. Soccer Gar parlay, we mentioned that. And then the Super Bowl teaser, Chiefs plus 8.5. I know it was a 10-point lead at halftime, but we all knew the Chiefs were going to battle back and make that a close game. So that was a teaser that was sweat-free as far as I'm concerned. Sweat-free, Chiefs plus 8.5. And over 41.5 points. Hey, we may have won a lot of money last week to the tune of 18 units, but we did get some tough losses last week. How about Bublik on that money line? How about him entertaining us, though, while he drops it by smashing 3 rackets, 1 for each double fault in that third set tiebreaker that was just a heartbreaker to us, but took it out on those rackets and made me feel a little bit better by beating the shit up out of his rackets. Korea, first set money line, typical. He wins the second set and the third set instead of the first set right there. Isner first set over. You love overs in the Isner match, but because it's always juicy, sometimes you got to try and predict when it's going to happen. First set goes under, second set goes over. So we just missed out on that. Lillard, first quarter under, missed on that one by a few points. Jalen Brunson, that was a little bit of a head scratcher right there on Friday. Now you try and predict this stuff the best you can. First quarter, he makes you look like a clown because he gets 20 points. But then second quarter, he doesn't do a goddamn thing and gets 0 points. And unfortunately, just a big first quarter of 20 points ended up having him going over 24.5 points in that game. And then there was a night where we said a couple Raptors going up against those Spurs would have a good night from 3. Nah, they both fell short there in Trent Jr. and Fred VanVleet. But all in all, a fantastic week at plus 18.01 units. love seeing you guys at that cash counter. Let's jump in that comment section, see what you guys are fired up for on a Monday morning after the Super Bowl. And then we'll get on into it. Lines are moving. We're getting it. We're getting it. Love that comment. DeGent, he tailed my teaser. Love to see that. I thought I saw you at that cash counter, DeGent. I was hanging out towards the back, kind of lurking, just seeing who was around. I thought I saw you there. And you added on Eagles +8 at plus 135. Shit. You scooped up more money than I do, but love to see it. Nice hit there, DeGent. What's up, Corey? Your big win was the Gatorade color purple. All right. Nice. Nice. Miss Corey coming through. Love it. Morning, Tim. How you doing, man? Adrian, you got that purple Gatorade. Turned $20 into $200. Wow, you guys are betting on the colors of Gatorade. I love that shit. Love that shit. What's up, Jason? What's up, my man? I don't like the sound of this, Mark. We will not have that slander. We will not have that negative talk around on here. We will not have that. Morning, Ross. What's up, dog? What's up, man? The winds have changed. Yeah, this is, obviously being down 20 units at the start of year was not ideal. If that's like sandwiched in May, you would have noticed because that was a rough 5 weeks. We would have all noticed, but it wouldn't have felt as bad. We had a nice bounce back week. We'd like to keep it going, though. I'd like to keep it going. Morning, Thad. You won on your Eagles first half. Chiefs money line. Nice, Thad. Nice. Nice. Love that hit right there. All right, guys. Let's get into some bets. Let's keep the good times rolling. Let's see if we can't make some more money this week. Oh, and to go along with this recap, I'll leave this up for a second. I mentioned it on Twitter, but I run into a character limitation on this initial tweet. We have $30 in arbitrage money. Remember those free bets I shared with you guys on Friday? I got 2 to hit. I got the over 59.5. And then my anytime TD parlay of Kelsey and Brown, that cash. So that's how we get $30 arbitrage money. That is not in year to date, right? Because that's not a risk-free bet. That's just me using a free bet. Now it hits, I add it to my current arbitrage. It doesn't go to year to date. That does not go to year to date. That's not a risk-free bet. So anyways, we got $30 of arbitrage money to go ahead and use this week. And then we got some free bets. You guys saw DraftKings gave you guys a $5 free bet. Gronkowski misses that field goal, but FanDuel still wants to give out free bets. So we've got a $5 free bet from FanDuel that everybody got. And then on either Saturday or Sunday, we did our typical use arbitrage money and an opportunity in which you can earn a free bet back. That's what we did on the NBA. I think it was Saturday. So we got $3.19 over on FanDuel. So $30, 3 free bets, and coming off 18 units to the good. Let's keep the good times rolling, fellas. Let's go ahead and transition. What are we going to transition to, fellas? No more football. We've got soccer. We got NASCAR kicking up. And if you guys are new around here, I'm a big NASCAR guy, and I'll slide right back. I'll slide into watching NASCAR right in on every Sunday afternoon. So I look forward to that. So we'll get NASCAR bets. And then, of course, we got baseball right around the corner, which I guess depends on how long you've been around here. Maybe you're highly anticipated and super excited for baseball to return. If you're not, I think you'll learn that you'll get excited about baseball hanging out with us real quick. So let's go ahead and throw up a tennis parlay, though. Tennis was really good to us last week. Let's go ahead to the APT Delray Beach down in the great state of Florida, and let's pick out 3 guys that are competing that, hell, I think they can get the win, but it is a little bit tricky going in the Delray coming off of the Dallas tournament. We'll just take these 3 guys to each win a set. Can each of these guys just win a set at plus 121 to go ahead and kick off our day? Each of these guys win a set at plus 121. Let's go ahead and throw up soccer bets now. A couple of these you guys already have. You guys already have this under 2.5 play in Liverpool-Everton. I kind of talked about it, and I kind of piss and moaned a little bit here on the Daily Show, but I really piss and moaned on Between the Posts just of not taking under 2.5 last week in that Everton match. It's really frustrating. Well, if it cashes against Arsenal, who creates and has been great this season, Liverpool's not doing any of that. They're in terrible form. I love an under 2.5 today in Liverpool Everton, so we'll take that. I've already given out a Champions League bet this week. I gave out Tottenham to advance, 3-unit play at minus 112. I want to add one other Champions League play to it before the matches start, and we could talk about this one tomorrow. Bayern on the double chance. They're taking on PSG. Really just like Bayern's form right now. PSG's slipping a little bit. Maybe Mbappe and Messi do come back into the squad. They were able to train today. I'm not too worried about it. I just think Bayern can get a result of some kind in Paris. So like that. And then I'm parlaying them with Benfica Bruges over 1.5 goals at minus 112. So that's how we'll do a couple Champions League, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later on the week as the Champions League games gets closer. But love Champions League rolling up. We got an NBA under we want to go ahead and bet. Talking about those unders, let's grab one. Let's grab under 240.5 in Hawks Hornets. I got the game score 231. I've got the Hawks winning 117 to 114, total of 231. So we'll gladly take under 240.5. I got it at MGM. I think all the books have it at 240.5. Doesn't really matter where else. Let's run through the rest of these games, and then I've got an NBA player prop I want to share with you guys as well. Cavs and Spurs. Cavs by 12, total of 228. Jazz and Pacers. Pacers by 2, total of 234. Thought about betting that one. That was the only other one today that I thought was maybe considering of a bet, but in the end, I didn't quite get there. I just didn't quite like the numbers, but. Rockets Jazz 76ers. Rockets 76ers by 8, total of 230. Nuggets and Heat by 3, total of 223. Bulls Magic, Bulls by 4, total of 226. Thunder Pelicans, Thunder by 3, total of 235. Wolves Mavs by 4, total of 228. Wizards and Warriors, the Warriors by 4, total of 230. And Lakers, Blazers by 3, total of 237. Look, in this Hawks Hornets, the only one that really looks good of under 240.5. It's cashed in 7 of the 10 last head-to-heads and cashed in 2 of the 3 head-to-heads this season. So go ahead and give me under 240.5. Again, I got the game scored at 231. NBA player prop I like tonight is Jared Allen there of the Cleveland Cavaliers, over 27.5 points and rebounds at minus 105. BetMGM, DraftKings, wherever you want to get it at. I personally bet it at MGM. You guys kind of ask how I also get free bets over at MGM so much. If you bet $40 in the course of the NBA over the entire week, they give you a free $5 bet. So I don't know if one of your bets gets you 40, but if not, at least make this one. It's got the same price over at DraftKings. BetMGM, minus 105. It's hitting 6 straight, all games in February. 6 straight. It's cashed over 27.5 points and rebounds. There is a concern with the blowout risk here, but the one thing that I like that'll maybe help us here is we've got rebounds. Remember we did Vujic a few weeks ago. We did over 10.5 rebounds. He didn't play any of the fourth quarter due to the blowout. But the blowouts also mean that teams likely missing shots. And if they're missing shots when he's on the court, just like Vujic was able to gobble up all the rebounds, Jared Allen should gobble up all the rebounds if it comes to a blowout. And then damage. He should do the damage in terms of a points production. We talked about this Spurs team. I can give you the numbers. It's well over 60%. They're allowing over 17 rebounds per game. The 60% was from a field goal percentage allowed. It's just a gross team in terms of defending the paint. So I'll take Jared Allen over 27.5 points and rebounds at minus 105. The other one I'm considering is Markelle Fultz. Man, he's just seems to be burning my cash a little bit lately. So I laid off of that one, but not entirely. Let's go ahead and use one of those free bets. Let's go ahead and DraftKings has their same game parlay promo. You get a free $10 bet if you loses. I mentioned we have $30 in arbitrage money, so let's use 10 of those dollars right now. Let's do Bulls minus 2.5. And I told you I've got the Bulls winning by 4. I gave myself a little bit of breathing room, minus 2.5. I will take Markelle Fultz under 13.5. He got 7 points earlier this season versus the Bulls. Bulls are really good versus the point guard position. Another opportunity where he should have assists, but his points should be limited due to their great field goal percentage against the point guard position. Again, got 7 earlier versus the Bulls. So I'll fade Markelle Fultz, and then I'll do DeMar DeRozan. Look, the Magic are atrocious in terms of defending the three-pointers. And really bad versus the small forward. And then also he got 5. Not a high volume guy. You're talking a free roll. This one leg alone is that plus money. You could do 1 if you wanted, but if he hits 1, I'm not going to say he's going to hit 2, but like his production's not there. So really just going after. He got 5 earlier versus the Magic. They suck at defending his position from 3. So I'll drop in DeRozan, can have 2 or more three-pointers. You can see that one pays you $100 or so bucks. A couple other NBA player props I like is Rudy Gobert, but he's coming off a groin injury, and that makes me a touch nervous, but he should certainly have a great night grabbing rebounds against this Dallas Mavericks team. So if Gobert plays, okay, maybe. Another one that looks really good, and I think it has a damn good shot at getting added to the card. Ever since Nurkic has been out of the lineup, the Blazers already struggled defending the center position, but now they have no Nurkic. They're just full-on struggling. Anthony Davis. Are we playing, dude, or not? Are we playing or not? You gonna play or not? You're always injured. There's no goddamn props on you tonight because you're injured again tonight. You're questionable. If Anthony Davis can suit up, they can't defend the paint. They can't defend the paint. He should have a good night. So we'll monitor Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert as potential ads. One thing we also do want to add is let's use a $3.19 bet, the one we earned on Saturday. Let's go ahead and make a same-game parlay for Liverpool and Everton. Let's go ahead and take Gayer to go ahead and have a card. This is the holding midfielder there for Everton. Look, they're going to concede possession just like they did against Arsenal. That was at home at Goodison Park, and they conceded 70% possession to Arsenal. They're going to do the same thing to Liverpool at home at Anfield. They're going to give up 70-ish% of the possession. This holding midfielder is going to get a hell of a workout today. So, he's going to draw a card. Over 10.5 corners, that hit. And Everton versus Arsenal. You know the game plan for the opponent is obviously just going to be attacking the flanks because, right, Sean Dice is going to keep it compact. He's probably going to put 10 behind the ball, leave one up top on the counter attack, and that draws a lot of corners. And also look what Everton did against Arsenal. When they get the ball, they're very direct. They're only going to get about 25% possession. They can't be wasteful. Look at what they did against Arsenal. And their strength is set pieces, right? That's how Burnley scored. That's how Everton's going to score. That's how they scored against Arsenal. They're going to draw a lot of corners, so give me over 10.5, and then we like the under. I'm on under 2.5. Hell, I think this match is going to go 0-0, is what I predicted on the NBC Sports Predictor app, so I'll take a draw at halftime. And again, that's a free bet. Let's jump in that comment section, see what maybe you guys are willing to bet tonight, and then we'll call it a show. Sorry. You're putting your money on Martinez to score a goal. Yeah, I saw Inter was playing some shitty team that they should roll. They should roll, but Martinez, maybe I still feel a little burned from the World Cup when he burned me on our World Cup future and he didn't do a goddamn thing. But yeah, it's hard not to like Martinez to get a goal. I can't remember who Inter is playing, but I remember looking it up and couldn't find a bet because the odds, because they should smash. They got no Champions League concerns this week because they play next week in Champions League. Yeah, they should roll. You got $10 from the Gronkowski kit. Wow, I only got 10 or 5. See? We all get different amounts. You got a $10 free bet. Love to see it. What's up, Brian? Trying to have a Wu-Tang forever. Yes. And he's going to win the set, and that is the comment of the day. I love that one. You like Chelsea, Dortmund? Both teams are scoring over 2.5. Considering a bet for that game, just need to mull it over. Would really like to see Chelsea, play a tick better, and I don't know. I don't know if I can quite get there, but if you're betting that game, I certainly like it. It's in Germany. I kind of like that. Is the Kyrie Irving assist a steal? It's all so new to what there is in Denver. I think you got to give it a week to see what it's like. So I wouldn't consider anything a steal when he's only played a game or two with that. I don't think you really know rotation. You don't really know utilization. I wouldn't call it a steal. What's that? 5.5 at even money? I would. They're playing the Wolves. Let's see. I assume they have him playing as the shooting guard and Luka is still the point guard. Let's go ahead and look up how they defend the shooting guard position. Yeah, they only average 5.2 a game. The number's at 5.5, and that 5.2 is for an entire game, which got to be split amongst starter and backup. I wouldn't do that, Mark. That's not a good bet, if you ask me. I don't like that. Over 5.5. I would take the under. Calling our shot is on Walker, Kessler, points and rebounds. I like that one. That is the Jazz center over Miles Turner. That's been a decent angle this season, I would say. The Pacers have struggled in the paint, so I like that. And calling our shot is pretty damn good at basketball, so whatever he says, jump on it. Jumping on TikTok streaking challenge today. Okay. Yeah, we're doing good on streaking on $85,000 on TikTok. We got 6 wins in a row, going for win number 7 tonight with that under and Hawks Hornets is what my pick is on TikTok. I'm rolling with Hawks Hornets under 240 for pick number 7, which is like $500 or something like that. Yeah, I want it to be baseball season too. You guys have been around for a couple seasons. It's my best sport. I want it to be baseball already too. But you know what? We're not going to hit that fast forward button all the way to baseball just yet because we're coming off 18 units of the good last week. You'd like to keep that going, Adrian. I'd like to keep that on going. Start off with a little 3-legged tennis parlay. Give me some afternoon soccer of a little under 2.5 goal sweat. It's always sweaty, right? By nature. I don't think it'll be sweaty, but just by nature, I think it'll be a little sweaty. Then a couple NBA props tonight. Hawks Hornets under 240.5. Jared Allen over 27.5 points and rebounds. Stay close, Spurs. Keep that thing competitive. I think that'll be a nice, easy cash for us. All right, fellas, add those couple free rolls if you do incline. That's how I'm going to spend a couple of my free bets, at least, to kick off the week. Otherwise, guys, come on back tomorrow. It's Champions League football, as Thad and others have alluded to there in the comment section. We got Champions League football this week, so maybe look to add that Chelsea Dortmund. Both teams scoring over 2.5. You getting that at plus money, Thad? You getting that bet at plus money? Let me look. Let's see what you're paying for that. I can get there. See what you're paying. If you're paying plus money, I can fully get there. I wonder what you're paying for that. Yeah, you're paying plus 110. Let's see if we add that onto the card tomorrow with that. I like it. Chelsea, Dortmund. Both teams are scoring over 2.5. Yeah, you got to get one of them TikToks. Or don't if you're like, don't have hours to waste, because you fall into that app and it's hours of just watching 30-second videos. Yeah, it's pretty good app. Plus 115. All right, now it's plus 110. So the price is running. Everybody agrees with that. It was plus 115 when he locked it in. Now it's plus 110 as of right now. And I'm looking right now. Plus 110. That could be the bet to go ahead and add to it. All right, fellas, go enjoy your Monday. Let's keep turning some profit. That was fun last week, but got to do it again. So, all right, look forward to seeing you at the cash counter. Appreciate you kicking off a Monday with me here. Enjoy your day. We'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.